Hey, welcome back to the challenge. Today I'm here with Stacy. Stacy's going to be demonstrating the poses while I teach. And today we're going to work on a little bit of our down dog. We're going to revisit down dog and working on alignment in down dog, but we're also going to work on some forward bends at the end. All right, so let's get started in child's pose. So take child's pose as an opportunity to ground yourself, to shift your focus inward, so that for this next half hour, you're going to be paying attention to your body and your breath. So just honor that, start to set up your space, set up your mind for what's going to happen. And then start to just feel the sensation of your breath and where it feels tight in your body, where you feel open. Just any shifts that are going on over the last 15 days or so. Then as you inhale, come up onto your hands and your knees. And round your back, look back at your navel. Inhale, arch your back, wheel your chest forward. Do that 2 more times. Move with your breath. All right, and then come into neutral. Hold in your neutral spine, curl your toes under, and lift your knees up 1 inch. So just like in the handstand preparation class, as you stretch down into your arms, your inner armpits are turning forward, you're broad across your collarbones and the tops of your blades. Your waist is lifted, so you're not dipping in your middle, but not so much lift in your middle to where you're rounding your upper back. Good, then set your knees down again, take a breath, and then step back into plank pose, 1 leg at a time. So same action as in plank, wide across collarbones, tops of the blades, middle lifted. Good, now slowly start to stretch back into down dog from here. So kind of like your ideal distance for down dog is the distance that your hands and your feet are away from each other in plank. This will make it so that you get a good angle of stretch for your shoulders. If it feels like too much stretch, you can walk your feet a little forward. Now, I want you to bend your knees just a little bit and then feel if you can move your spine and lengthen it better with your knees bent. Lift up your tailbone up to the ceiling. Lift from your hip crease. And then see if you can start to straighten out your legs without any part of your spine starting to hunch and without letting the hips or the tailbone drop. So just feel in your body what you're ready for today. Then walk your feet forward up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back, elongate your spine, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, raise your arms up. We'll take the first one, a little mellow it out to warm up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha, flat back. Step back 1 leg at a time into plank. Hold in your plank for a breath. Then lower all the way down to your belly. And inhale into low cobra for your first back bend. Press the tops of the feet, spin the inner thighs up. And take a moment to feel your shoulder blades set onto your back. Good, then with the hands open even into the mat, roll through into up dog, inhale. And stretch back to down dog, exhale. Then walk your feet forward up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back, lengthen out. Exhale, fold deeper. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step back one leg at a time into plank. Then practice your chaturanga. Shift forward and lower slowly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So up dog, although it seems like it's an introductory pose, it can be kind of gnarly for your lower back if you're not already pretty open in your hips. So Stacy is very mobile and it's easy for her to go into up dog right away. If you feel like it's sticky in your back and up dog's creating strain, then just practice low cobra instead. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop up to the front of your mat. Inhale, Ardha, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale the hands to your heart. Let's do one more Sun Salute A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha, flat back. Step back one leg at a time. Shift forward and lower slow to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, then from down dog, step your right foot all the way up by your right thumb. Turn your back heel down on its side and come up for warrior two. Press down through your feet, open up. Good. So in your warrior two, your back foot is angled in a little bit. Your right thigh is turned all the way out so that the center of your ankle, center of your knees, center of your hip are all pointing straight ahead. They're all lined up. Then bring your forearm down onto your thigh. Modified extended side angle. Take your left arm all the way over your ear. Keep reaching down through your back heel. Lift through all four sides of your waist. And then see if your right thigh can start to drop until it's parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Then straighten your right leg and reach out for triangle. Glance down at your right leg again and make sure you're turning that thigh out so that center of your thigh bone is pointing straight ahead. Nice. And just hold here for 3 more breaths. Reach down through your feet. Inhale, come back up to stand. Bend your right knee. Then bring your hands down to the mat and step back to down dog or out of vinyasa if you're working on upper body strength. From down dog, step your left foot all the way up for warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, come up. Good. Back foot angled in slightly. Left leg turns all the way out. Now I know I say that every time, but every time you do this pose, your left leg, your front leg will want to turn back in. So you have to keep activating those muscles in your leg to help the thigh to turn. And then also it'll help to open up across the front of your pelvis more if you work on turning the leg like that as you hold. All right, then into extended side angle, reach and put your forearm down onto your thigh. Take your right arm over. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. Then straighten your left leg. Reach even through your feet and then start to stretch out over your leg for triangle pose. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come back up. All right, now turn your left toes in so your feet are parallel. And bring your hands onto your hips. Spin your shoulder heads back And with your hands on your hips, start to fold forward. Tip from your pelvis to fold forward. See how much you can let your pelvis tip before your hamstrings will stop it from tipping. And just feel that in your body. Good. Now let your back round. Put the hands down onto the floor. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, make a flat back. And then exhale, go even deeper, walk the hands back. Let the whole back of the spine release as your navel plugs into the front of your spine. So we learned the hand position for this one the other day. Make sure that, or work towards keeping the heel of the hand right underneath your elbow. Turn your elbows in and lift your shoulder blades out of your ears as you let the back of your neck lengthen. Then inhale, come back up onto your fingertips, reach your heart forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips, press down through your feet and come all the way up to stand. Okay, from here, turn your left toes in a little more than halfway and turn your right leg all the way out. Kind of like the same setup like you're gonna do warrior one, turn to your right. Good. Then raise your left arm up, inhale, and as you exhale, reach and twist for twisted triangle. You can use a block or put your hand on the shin if you need extra height here. But just like when we were holding down dog, you want to get the spine to lengthen out. You don't want to be hunched over, going deeper with your spine hunched over. So if you have to bend your front knee or come up higher, that's fine. Turn from your ribs and keep lengthening straight out. All right, then from here, we're going to windmill around for the other side. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come up and around. Oh, nice, good block work. Right arm up. Then reach and twist. Go inward for a moment and feel what's happening in your spine. Get that same length that you're feeling in down dog. And then start to turn your rib cage. Keep reaching down evenly into your feet. Notice how your body wants to sway. Maybe the hips want to hang off to the left. Hug the left hip back in. Then as you inhale, come back up to stand. And then step right up to the front of your mat. All right, so at the top of your mat, now press down evenly through your feet, especially your heel bones, and bring your right knee up. Good, bring both hands to your right knee and work on standing up tall. Stretch down through your left foot, draw your left thigh bone up so that it's not hanging forward and making you lean back. And then open up to your right, twist. So stretch your right arm back behind you. But make sure that that left thigh doesn't sink forward and down. Keep pulling your left thigh up as you press even through your foot. Good, then look forward and raise your arms up. And from here, we're gonna go right into eagle, kind of tricky. Bend your left knee, wrap your right leg up and over, and cross your right elbow under your left. If you can't get the arms to double cross like that, you could just grab a hold of your shoulders, opposite shoulder stretch. Hold here for 5 breaths. Then uncross your arms and your legs and stand tall in mountain pose. All right, other side. Press down through your right heel, bring your left knee up. Stand tall. Notice how the right thigh wants to fall forward. Instead, pull it back up. Good, then once you feel steady, go ahead and open up to your side, twist to your left. Good, keep lifting that right thigh bone up. Then look forward and take your arms up. Hold that left knee. Good, now bend your right knee and wrap your left leg up and over. Then cross your left elbow under. Hug in with your legs, and when you squeeze in with your legs, feel your belly lift. Feel the lift that comes up through your spine when you activate your legs. Let the shoulder blades drop out of your neck. But then see if the elbows can start to go forward and up without tensing in the neck. Uncross your arms and your legs. Stand tall in mountain pose. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha, flat back. Step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. All right, then from down dog, set your knees down and we'll work on building our strength for Shirshasana again. So set your elbows down onto the mat, interlock your hands, and as you press down through your forearms, curl your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips up. Make sure that your shoulder blades aren't sinking into your neck. Same thing you practice in eagle. And then bring your left knee up into your chest. Pull your hips up high. Don't let the hips sink when that knee goes up. Keep pressing even into your forearms. Change sides. Right knee up into your chest. Keep those hips lifting up high. Good, then set that foot down. And let me see if you could lower the crown of your head down onto the mat and rest the back of your head against your hands without your shoulder blades sinking into your neck. Then set your knees down, rest in child's pose. So I mentioned already in our emails that if you have a history of neck issues, putting weight on your head and doing shoulder stand might not be a good idea for you ever. So make sure to consult your physician to see what their opinion is. If you have a history, you don't want to injure yourself through your practice. Remember, back to the beginning, ahimsa. Okay, so from here, come into downward facing dog now. Just let your neck release in down dog. Then hop to seated. And sit with your legs stretched straight out in front of you. Dandasana. Okay, so we're going to focus now on some forward bends. So, first stage of forward bends is to be able to sit up straight in Dandasana. Now, we take this for granted a little bit. Like, you see people folding deeply in yoga pose and you think like, I should be able to do that. That's what we have to do. That's the aim. But we tend to forget that just to be able to sit like this is a lot, because that would be like holding your legs straight out in front, and still being able to get the spine upright, which we've learned is difficult. So with both legs out in front of you, that's pretty challenging. Just work on this upright seat here. And then let's try to take the legs into one of the legs back for Janu Shirshasana. So draw your right knee back and bring the heel close to your inner thigh, right up close to your pubic bone. And then with your hands next to your hips, work on sitting up tall there. And just feel if the legs being out in front of you is wanting to pull you under, then just work on your upright seat. That's stage one. If that's coming well, then start to walk your hands forward and see if you can angle the spine, angle yourself to like a 45-degree angle and still keep length in your spine. Okay, so that's stage two. If that's difficult, if you can't get a flat back, just hold there. If both of those were easy for you, that you're already pretty flexible, then walk all the way forward now and let the whole back of your spine go into forward flexion. But notice if any part of your spine is trying to move back, see if you can let it move forward and down. Then inhale, come back up. Good. Change sides. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee back. Sit up tall, hands next to your hips. Grow the spine upright. Hold in phase one for 5 breaths or go to phase 2. Hold in phase 2 or go to phase 3. Whichever phase that you're holding in, you're creating opening, you're getting a stretch, that's great. Be there and stay connected to your breath. Remember, your pose doesn't have to look like somebody else's. You want to be in the place in your body to where you're creating opening in a healthy way. Inhale, come back up. Good. Then stretch your left leg out. All right, here we go. Sit up tall, phase one. Phase two, maybe angle yourself forward halfway. Phase three, maybe go all the way forward, whichever one you're doing. Hold for 5 breaths now. Good, then inhale, come back up. And lie down onto your back for corpse pose. All right, so here in corpse, just let your hands fall open at your side. Let your feet fall open. And take a slightly fuller, deeper breath in and out through your nose. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. Sit up tall with your palms together. Close your eyes. Then lower the head towards the heart. Lift your head and open the eyes. Thank you. Namaste. All right. Thanks for watching today. Hope you found the instructions on the forward folds helpful. If you have any questions, as usual, just leave a comment below. Thanks for watching today. Thanks, Tasty, for coming out, and I'll see you tomorrow.